lot during the qualifiers. So maybe we'll see that from Team DK again. I'm not sure.
The deliberation begins here. First ban going to go for Team DK. You know what DK stands for? I don't
I'm not sure, actually. It's
putting us on the spot here.
Oh, wow. Is that an Abathur band?
I believe that's a Nuberon. Is that
I think it's Abathur, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm having a hard time
with the
X
Red
over it.
X. Yeah, it's Abathur.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That actually is Abathur. Excuse me.
All right, well, an Abathur band to start out. That's kind of neat. That's kind of interesting. Of course, Abathur has global map presence because he can burrow around. He's one of the most complicated heroes to use because he's not actually really on the field. He's like a weak little slug man, but he can give people hats that shoot and give them...
How dare you call Abathur a weak little slug man?
He's a weak little slug man, and... You know, the thing is, he gives people hats, which makes him very powerful. He can clone heroes with a heroic, or he can make a giant minion that's super
And here's
powerful.
something important to note for why the Abathur ban occurred on this map specifically, because you can, as the scene calls it, Abathur hats, you can stay with the big damage dealer in a fight over the tribute, whether or not there's a hero there, or whether or not there's more than one hero there. Abathur can keep popping up over each hero, dealing more damage. So not a shocker that was banned as well. And Zeratul, again, no surprise, Void Prison, just very strong, especially in the Korean scene. People just don't want to deal with that. They want to lock that out. So we're going to have Jaina pick first, and on the other side over here for RAVE HOTS, Uther, and Vala.
Yep, and a lot of people might be looking at that if you play in the Western scene and say, hey, why not Kael'thas instead of Jaina? Well, I mean, instead of Vala. Vala is considered as good as Jaina and Kael'thas out here. People absolutely love Vala. She's an unsung hero of the range damage for sure.
I think it's just because she's been around for so long.
She's old school.
People are not as excited about Vala, but Vala remains just as strong.
Yeah, she is a super strong damage dealer, so she gets picked up there with Uther, one of the best healers in the game. He is just so well valued. Like, most of the games that I've seen in Korea, like, Uther is one of the very first picks. If not first, then second.
Back over here to Team DK. They know about Uther, they know about Vala. How do they combo this from here? Again, when you're picking heroes in Heroes of the Storm, any hero you pick, in effect, is a hero that they cannot pick, since you can't have the same hero on both sides in tournament play such as this. You can in quick match online, but
it
not
looks
here.
like they choose Leoric. Leoric, one of the tankiest tanks, a real frontline warrior. This guy deals a lot of damage to heroes, to mercenaries, to minions, to structures.
He's also very independent.
Yeah,
he kind of leave him alone.
He can solo forever.
He can
escapes
solo
from
against
everything.
3 heroes and probably be fine.
And if he dies, his ghost stays on the battlefield. And if you want, you can build him in such a way that he heals right back up and comes back to life like twice as quick as normal.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
He is a really great tank, and I'm not surprised they grab him. And of course, Tyrael, very highly prized out here in Korea as well.
Tyrael, a very strong hero. Kind of combos well with any other hero. Good for punishes, good for escapes, good for buffing. Tyrael's like just a tank with all sorts of assets.
Yeah.
You know?
He's one of those futuristic tanks. Computers on board, can shoot missiles.
Yeah, Skynet tanks.
Can get out of the mud. It's like, this guy,
Might even be amphibious, we don't know.
Could be.
We're going to go back over here now to the ban phase. Excuse me. Now, Zagara's been banned here. Zagara actually quite strong, similar to Zeratul in the fact that you can lock in heroes.
Zag is, she's amazing. Her Devouring Maw.
You just call her Zag?
Yeah, I call her Zag. We're
on day 2 of the tournament. We already got slang for the hero names, Artosis.
Well, I call her Zag because she's one of my most played heroes. I played hundreds of games with Zagara because she is awesome. Like, she spreads creep around the map, gives you a lot of vision. She's hard to kill. She does a lot of damage. As you said, she's kind of like Zeratul with the Void Prison. She has her Devouring Maw to trap heroes in there.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic hero. Definitely a top pick around the world.
We're still waiting for the next ban, by the way. It's going to be up to Team DK. So far, RAVE HOTS has taken care of lockout crowd control heroes such as Zeratul and Zagara. Abathur for map control has been eliminated. And now we're going to go for damage control. Kael'thas eliminated. And so that means that RAVE HOTS is going to have to go with Nazebo and a Nubarok. And Nazebo actually very strong. I'd say one of the harder heroes to play, by the way.
Yeah, he can be a tough one to play for sure.
I think he's sort of in the same league as Vala, where people are not as excited about him, but he's actually just ridiculously good.
Yeah, he's really reemerged in recent weeks in Heroes of the Storm. He's like, he can deal a lot of damage. He can push lanes. He's helpful in a team fight. He's a great hero. And of course, Anubarak, we saw him in the previous game. He is really tanky. He has a lot of damage, has 2 different stuns, has all those beetles that come out. You know,
the beetles where you just never get to run away because the beetles keep nipping at you.
Yes.
It's so annoying.
You can never mount up against beetles.
I remember it took me a while to get used to the fact that the beetles were hitting me. I'm like, why can't I thought I mounted. And then I come back and I see he's not on it. So, Malfurion.
Okay. That's, you know, Malfurion definitely one of the better healers in the game. A great support character. He can also heal your mana. That's like his trait. He can actually just give you mana. So if you're running low during battle, he can help you out.
Basically a moving well.
Yeah.
That attacks.
Yeah. He doesn't deal like a lot of damage, but he definitely has some
combo
roots
spells.
and,
Rooting them. I mean, you pair that with something like, for instance, Jaina.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's a lot of damage you can do. And then top it all off, Team DK going to go with Sylvanas. Now, Sylvanas is good on this map because if there's fights over the tribute, Sylvanas can soak EXP on a lane and still shut down towers and possibly push that down. So that can really turn the game upside down. Final pick now going to go to Team RAVE HOTS, and it'll be Johanna.
All right, Johanna, the tankiest of the tanks. She is so hard to kill off. A good pick, of course. She's oftentimes banned even in Korea because she is just such a high pick. People want to have her because she can really disrupt the enemy team, really help to keep your damage dealers alive, and she doesn't die too often. They have to put a lot of energy into killing her.
I was playing her this morning, and she just doesn't die ever. A lot of times you'll be playing, you'll be like, oh, I should not have gone in that far.
Yeah.
I deserve to lose this. And then somehow
she just gets
you're like, oh, I guess I just right-click away. That's her ability, is the right-click away and not die ability, and
That's
it is
true.
Incredibly strong.
She can just shield herself. She can heal herself. She pulls people in. She can stun after level 10. She can slow people down with one of her attacks. She can make you miss attacks. She's actually I think she's my most played hero. I love her. I love her, Tasteless.
I love her. I will marry her.
One day.
We are going into game number 2 here for today's Heroes of the Storm Super League. And we're back.
Yeah, looks like we have a little dance in the middle of the map. It's a dance party, Tasteless.
It's a dance-off, Artosis.
Who's winning, do you think, right now?
I'm not sure. This one, it's not going to be these ones for everybody. It's a draw. So a lot of times this is not just about getting kills here early on, but it's also about exhausting mana and forcing a tap at the well. It takes about 100 seconds for the well to before you can touch the well again. So just these little things that would be quite subtle, they do add up in the long run. And so now we're going to have the hero distribution. Not surprisingly, we're going to have Lyoric up here. At the top, Lyoric, pretty much a fix-all for a lane that's far away.
By the way, like a little thing happened here that I really want to talk about a bit. Because if you're not near the minions as they kill each other, then you don't get the experience.
Right, absolutely.
Now, DK sent Tyrael down bottom, Lyoric up top right away. Didn't attack any minions. Just let minions kill each other because they wanted some of their minions to die. They didn't want to help them so that the opponents would miss some experience. And that's why you see a slight experience lead on Team DK. Every little thing makes a difference in this game.
Yeah, it's very true. It's Heroes of the Storm is a lot of little battles, a lot of stuff we don't even always get to catch here on screen that can add up to a huge victory in the end.
Well, right now we do have down in this bottom lane 3 heroes. We have a little bit of rotation going on. Looks like we're going to have actually a rather large rotation up towards that top lane right now. Looks like Jane and Malf did turn around though, and Tyrael going to jump in. Yeah, that's Johanna. You're not going to kill her off right now.
No. Nazebo, obviously you got to be very careful with Nazebo early on because if Nazebo doesn't have escapes, then Nazebo's incredibly squishy.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, Nazebo has little tricks up his sleeve to try to stay alive, but if you catch him, he's dead.
Yeah, he really is.
Well, right now we do have RAVE actually trying to take this mercenary camp really easy, and DK moving up on him right now. They have 4 here, but in fact we have 4 for RAVE as well. Quite a fight. Right now they're trying to stand here.
Oh, Johanna goes down in a captured camp.
Oh man, and we have a lot of damage going on Tyrael, but you know what? Another hero taken out in the form of Vala, and that's a huge steal by Team DK.
And right with the tribute spawning.
Oh man, and with the Knights on the map, 2 heroes down, this is a free tribute for DK. Great move right there, ambushing them while they're taking a hero.
DK actually not taking the tribute. Am I crazy?
No, you're not. It was definitely a mistake. Like, Malf went all the way to the bottom.
There must have been some miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Although I don't believe this is going to be an interrupted. No. So they'll still get it.
But
okay, so they do get that. But yeah, brilliant moment there for Team DK. And now shoving this lane in, of course, with Sylvanas, Jaina, and Malfurion here for support. You can be pretty safe, shoving this lane in.
Absolutely. Look at this. They are taking down these turrets so quickly.
Overextension. Jaina's in trouble. Or excuse me, not Jaina. Sylvanas in trouble. Jaina's above her.
Yeah, solid heal there from Jaden, their support. But yeah, that was a nice zombie wall trying to catch her. And RAVE will start to push back on Team DK, but you see that experience lead still in DK's favor.
Well, it's so far going very well here for Team DK, and pretty much it's a bit, almost like a 90% lead here. No, that's not a good way to put it. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to say
almost
this properly.
A level.
Almost a level. Okay, I was going to say like 90% of a level, I guess. The way that what I was trying to get out. A bit of a lead here. That's going to put him in good shape. Just now hitting level 8 as the tribute is going to spawn. Can RAVE HOTS contest this? Let's find out. It's all about the zoning here.
And they're zoning just beautifully.
Oh my God.
A jump in by Tyrael. Great move right there. Another pick off indeed.
And it looks like Sylvanas. Nice save there by Malfurion, actually, as Johanna's going to have to go ahead and retreat here.
They haven't gotten this tribute yet. A little bit of poking still happening from RAVE, but I don't think they're actually going to be able to do it. Dismount there, and they
missed there by Johanna.
It.
Yep, that's 2 tributes, guys. You get to number 3. And the other team is going to be cursed, and that's going to be plenty of pushing potential there for Team DK.
Yeah, it's really bad news. If your opponents get the curse, they are going to be able to deal so much more damage. You have to go completely on the defensive against it.
Well, I'm kind of wondering. Okay, let me just think out loud here for a second, Ortosis. I'm under the impression that they're going to be at level 10, and the tribute's not going to be. It's going to be out before RAVE HOTS is at level 10. I don't think that they're going to be able to get the 3rd tribute. In fact, I think they may want to just try giving them the tribute and then just trying to hold off on the curse and try to segue this into a healthy mid-game, late game. And just go for recovery because they're going to be in a lot of trouble, I think, if they actually try to get that tribute. And that's spawning right now, like I was saying, right when they get to level 10.
Yeah, it tastes as I completely agree with you. If they hit 10, you can't fight them when they're 10 and you're not. Their heroic abilities will single-handedly win them that battle. You have to wait till you're 10. So if they really fight against this, it could go poorly, but they're not 10 yet. Almost 10. There we go. They have their heroic abilities popping in right now.
Oh, wow. That Anubarak stun was actually just out of range of Malfurion. That's the second time we've seen them attempt to delay, and the stun is just out of range. And so easy peasy push up in the top lane.
Yep, they are going to be able to take down this fort in a matter of seconds. It was a good call, Tasteless. They agreed with you. RAVE backed off since they weren't 10. They're going to have to bring this back later in the game to be able to win because right now, Team DK is taking a sizable advantage.
And they're going to push in this top lane entirely. Boom, it's gone. And only moments from now, actually, I don't even know when they're going to quite get level 10 here. It's going to be a little bit slower. And yep, they get it right there. But the damage has already been done, and we still got, what, about 30 more seconds here for the curse, so I think they might as well just kind of come in here and bash down the entrance for the mid lane here. Team DK in very good shape.
Oh, look
and
at that.
keep in mind also the follow-up here is probably to go for mercenary camps here for Team DK. Oh, hold on. A beautiful engagement over here.
Oh, man, trying to trap Joanna in there. A zombie wall does go up. Doesn't catch anyone at the moment. A lot of damage being dealt, though. And it looks like Malfurion going to really help by healing up his team a lot.
As you can see, the water elemental has been cast out. And they are still interested in coming down here and actually shutting down this fort, however.
It looks like they really want to kill this fort off. Can they do it? The fort is firing at them, of course. The curse is gone, so they're taking a lot of damage fighting in that area. Some good defense here from RAVE. I'm not sure that they're going to get it.
I'm actually surprised that TPK is still going to go in here, but I guess they're confident they can win the fight. Probably see the walls are still up over here, so it's harder to escape properly. Leoric, that guy's never going to die with that ability.
No, absolutely not. A great Wraith walk to get out of there. Perfect escape. We do have that zombie wall come up right now.
Oh, Leoric
damage. Oh, they do take out Leoric. Still, DK trying to fight right now for this fort, but they don't get it. All that, and they don't get the fort tasteless.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. Now, maybe later on, someone like Sylvanas can sneak in there and actually knock that down. We got Tyrell coming down here, just pushing in the bottom lane. If they just...
Look at the ghost. He's just waiting. That's a very common Leoric strat. You just sit the ghost next to what you want to kill.
Yeah. That's funny. So, we have the response here is to take the mercenary camps, the bruiser camp actually there, and surprisingly, Team DK going to keep pushing her. They're not going back to their own mercenary camps just yet.
Yeah, they're just really keeping the pressure up, and you know what? It's working out pretty well for them because they've gotten all 3 forts right now, giving themselves a giant 3-building lead. They're up a couple levels, and level 13 is one of the levels you get talents on. So
okay, I like this. I really like this. RAVE's going to go over the boss. They have to get the boss now because if the lanes get pushed in for too far, and that's going to happen with catapults coming into the play, there's going to be really not much that they can do later on because their team will be able to get the boss as well. So they're going to try to get the boss, do a swing push down here at the bottom and see what they can't do. This is going to force Team DK. Looks like to try to get a fight. Meanwhile, Tribute spawning, everything happening at once this game.
This is actually quite good for RAVE, but it looks like they actually want to go somewhere else with this. They may be going up to steal their opponent's boss, knowing that they have to deal with the boss, but
I don't think it's a good idea.
They're giving up the Tribute 100%.
Well, it's still 0-0 for Tributes right now. Just now, Team DK acquires that. But I don't... I'm not sure about that. I think maybe they should have pushed with the boss there. What do you think?
I think that they should have taken the Tribute. Because like that, the siege camp would have been hard, but I guess they might be able to trade for getting for it. They're a little bit slow moving on it. So did they gain anything from that boss? No, not really.
Yeah, if they didn't get the Tribute and they didn't... I mean, I don't think they would have been able to get their opponent's boss anyways, but no, certainly not getting anything done. Miss Zombie Donut there by the Witch Doctor Nazebo. Coming forward now, they're attempting to get a trap here. Joanna, though, in the front, or rather in the back, actually taking some damage. Sylvanas also dashes out. Vala getting blocked off here.
Ooh, nice takedown there on Vala. It looks like Tyrell going to go ahead, jump in. Joanna gets taken out. Very well done. And in fact, Uther should be able to escape out of here. A lot of damage dealt to him, though.
Barely escaping. Now we have the top fort under pressure. Instead, they regroup back out. They may be going for their own boss, attacking over here. Meanwhile, bottom lane with the Siege Giants pushing forward here as well. Anubarak going to have to clean that up. Meanwhile, upper right, or rather top center of the map here, Tribute spawning, as well as available mercenary camps.
Yeah, and with a lot of cleaning being done right now from Team RAVE, will they be able to get that Tribute? I don't know, and look at this. They are going for that boss indeed, Tasteless. This could be a moment where RAVE could run in behind them and maybe gank them.
Oh,
look at this.
This is kind of cute.
He's just stalling.
Yeah, Tyrael can keep him busy. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to actually buy enough time. They're going to see, in fact, the boss has been taken here. And we got a Anubarak actually doing a full-on engager. The boss has been stolen!
Wow.
I can't believe it. That was absolutely beautiful. Now top lane going to have a very strong push. This would have been a very different game had that boss not been stolen. That would have been probably the second to last step from Team DK winning this game. But the tides have turned. Boss captured at top, and that will put a lot of pressure on this upper fort.
Yeah, it looks like the fort should be taken out here. But yeah, that was just a great move, I would say, stealing that boss. It's always risky to take the boss when your opponent's team is all up, and you see why right there. In the meantime, they are going to go ahead, hit this middle fort a little bit. They don't kill it, but you know, they're doing a lot of damage now, and they're only down 1 level.
Yeah, they are only down 1 level. You're absolutely right, and they're rotating pretty quickly here. So 2 bosses out now. First boss that's going to respawn will be on the side of RAVE HOTS here. Look at this, actually just rushing through here, taking out these Siege Giants here for Team DK. I believe that it's actually going to be RAVE HOTS that will come over here and just try to take out their Bruiser camp.
Want to grab those Knights right now, get some of these mercenaries pushing on the map. Both teams right now, by the way, a little update in that bottom right, you can see they both have 1 tribute apiece. So the next tribute doesn't get a curse, but the one after that could. So it's really important to get these tributes coming up.
Well, the tribute has spawned over here, and that is on the turf of Team DK. I would assume they would just, when it's convenient, send 1 hero down there to try to capture that. But for the time being, with Sylvanas up here, they can disable these turrets, which really causes a pretty big problem. And they do some damage over there as well. Sylvanas nice escape through the trees,
really
regrouping with the rest of Team DK.
Well, RAVE right now is starting to follow. Now, they really want level 16 before a fight. It is a talent tier, a very powerful one indeed. So hopefully they can grab that before the next fight, but they are pursuing at the moment. All right, looks like they will clear this. They grab level 16. Fights can be fair once again.
Actually, RAVE HOTS seems to be a little bit careful here. They're not that close to any turrets, and they're in the open. There's no bushes to hide and nowhere to surprise anybody. We're really Team DK kind of in this kind of maze-like area here in the lower center.
It's a very mazy map for sure. It's hard to get good engagements in those little tight confines.
Mazy indeed, Artosis.
It's
maze to the
it's
max.
mazy and amazing all in one. But we do
Oh,
have
nice pick there. Center fort goes down.
Yeah, that's a great pick off indeed. While they're grabbing the Knights. And, you know, that leaves it right now at just a 1 building advantage for Team DK. They are up a level as well, so that's nice. Gives them a little bit more stats and whatnot, but still a very close game. Anyone's game at this point.
Rotation down here towards the boss. This is a little bit risky here for Team DK.
And, you know what, a little bit unlucky that the tribute spawns right there. If it spawned on the top, they could probably get boss, but because the tribute's down here, RAVE will have to come down.
There's an ambush set up over here.
Oh, looks like Leoric was waiting there, and he is going to go ahead and just walk out, join his team again.
And Team DK backing up a little bit. Now it's 17-16. We're about to hit the 15-minute marker here.
If Team DK gets this tribute, they get a curse again. It's a big deal.
They're going to get it. Oh!
No, looks like RAVE going to keep poking. They don't want their opponents to get this important curse. Don't forget, we do have a mercenary in the middle of the map still kind of pushing. I think that the fort should be able to help wipe that out, but RAVE going for it at the moment.
And we're going to be pushing in here as we see some Team DK rotating down around to the side here. Tyrael getting very low on HP, but so is Joanna. Tyrael now moving up. Anubarak actually taking some damage for them being healed as well. Meanwhile, Leoric is using his heroic ability, soaking up more damage down there.
And it looks like
Sylvanas!
Ooh!
Or Leoric.
Down. Yeah, Leoric does get taken down.
Leoric, your shoulder pads are confusing to me.
Well, it looks like RAVE right now kind of zoning them out of this tribute area, but that doesn't mean they can take it yet. Plenty of range still available here for DK. Some great zoning tools being used by Noblesse here on Tyrael. They are pulling back at the moment, realizing that Leoric is still down, but Joanna was taken out, of course, so we are down a tank on both sides, but SC on Leoric is about to come back up.
And he's back in this right now. Jaina incredibly low here. And RAVE HOTS is going to have to back up. It looks like the tribute will be acquired. It looks like it will be acquired.
Yeah, and he does grab it. And so now they have cursed their opponents.
A disjointed RAVE HOTS team now spreading out 2 by 2 to head back home and try to play it safe. It looks like Team DK concludes that they're too far from their boss to try to attempt to attack that. So instead, they'll go ahead and break into the bottom lane. and do that right now.
They want to get a keep here if they possibly can. If they get a keep, that's huge. The catapults start pushing, puts pressure on your opponents for the rest of the game, and really forces their hands. So that is what DK is going for, but we have to see nothing but pure defense here from RAVE. They have to make sure they don't lose any more buildings than is absolutely necessary.
Backing up a little bit more here. Leoric actually, see, that's Leoric for you. You can actually go that deep in there and pretty much escape.
That's right.
Now we have Malfurion actually under some fire, getting pretty low. Leoric goes ahead and uses the heroic, but nice zoning out here by the rest of the team so that he can't do that much more damage.
Yeah, they do pick him off. Leoric's still going to be a ghost and try to slow his opponents down some here. Not really adding any damage to the battle, though. In the meantime, in the center, the keep does fall. Team DK, I think that they're fine losing Leoric there and getting a keep off of it. But, ooh, this boss grab is really smart from RAVE.
Thing is, I think they're going to just get up here. I think they're going to dive in on it right when, yeah, they're going to dive in on it right when the boss dies. Now, let's watch how the Koreans do this. I'm really curious. Like, what's the technique exactly?
I think Tyrael's going to jump right in there, and he's going to zone him out. Watch this. Beautiful. You can't stand there when he makes that move. So it looks like, DK grabs it. Fantastic. It's going to be hard to keep that keep now, and in fact, they're continuing to attack forward. Look at that.
Oh, the body blocking is beautiful.
Oh, my God. Amazingly done.
RAVE is in so much trouble, and all of a sudden, all of the green heroes begin to fall. We see Avala's heroic activated, not good enough. Also important to note, inches, centimeters away from being level 20. There it is now.
Oh, man.
And I believe this should be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, this is, they might be able to finish here. This is a pretty late boss. They've got 20 against 19. Two of their opponents' heroes are down. In fact, the two biggest damage dealers are. Just amazing moves by Noblesse on this Tyrael, man. Stealing that boss, pushing forward, trapping his opponents. Very likely they're going to be able to kill him off right now.
And that's going to do it. You see Anubarak just trying to run, nowhere to hide.
Trying to heal him up as much as he can, but the damage is being dealt to the core. Team DK.
GG.
Wow.
The core goes down, as does Team RAVE HOTS.
Really.